I would say it's in the details and understanding what works for you. You know, because a swipe is a swipe is a swipe. Club whip is a club whip. A long arm is a long arm. It's the same moves. You know, what I mean, we're not reinventing. You get certain guys that get freaky with the spins and all that stuff, but for the most part, you're not reinventing moves. So just understanding what works for you, having the confidence to go execute, and then just the details. You know what I mean? Like Trey would, not trying to give away his game, but you know, he would watch a tackle, see what moves first. That detail could give you the edge and give him the edge in his case in his get off. And as anybody knows, half the battle is the get off. You beat the guy off the line, you don't have to do a move. So details, understanding what works for you, and then the confidence to go execute.
The confidence, right? Like that feels like that's more than half the battle, right? It's just whatever you're doing, is just doing it with. Is that a hard thing to gain in the league where you're like, you know, if you have struggles early on, like a lot of guys do, right?
I was going to say it can be. It shouldn't be, but if you have struggles early on, it can be. But it's just a constant grind of getting over that hump. And like I said, once you see one fall in, the rest, you know, you gain that confidence of, it can happen. I can get to that quarterback and stuff like that. So, you just got to keep going, you know. Persistence, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things where it's like, okay, I'm going to learn. I'm going to go talk to guys. I'm going to pick people's brains. Like, that's great. But, like, how much can that really work? Or does it really inevitably come down to you and your instincts when you're out there?
No, that does work, too, because experience is the best teacher. So there's nothing wrong with going to a guy who's had 17 and a half and asking him what works for him. But at the end of the day, again, it's what works for you because you're not the same person. You understand what I'm saying? So it's good to pick his brain, grab what you can, but it has to translate to you. And again, the way it translates to you is you having that confidence to know, okay, I'm good at this, I'm going to implement this. That's not really my style, I'm not going to implement that. I'm going to work on this. You know what I mean? And then just gaining that confidence. It all works together. It's a balance.
You're not a scout, you're a player, but like we've talked a lot about production versus traits coming out of college with Shemar. Like, how is production in college overrated a little bit because the game's so different once you get here? Do you see that at all?
It's harder to look at because of the different leagues. You know, there's so many different leagues with the SEC and the Big 12. So there's a lot more variables to take in. So it's harder to look at production and like judge someone solely off that because of that. But I mean, he looks great, you know, and that's one thing. Credit